Hi, my name is Jenny and I like to win the Latinitas cheer. We're hot, we can't be stopped. L-A-T-I-N-I, T-A-S, Latinitas is the best. Woo!
You know, a lot of people ask us, like, why Latinas? Why just Latinas? And of course there's statistical data that's pointing to, you know, this is a group that's suffering the highest rates of the most at-risk behaviors, whether it be teen pregnancy, school delinquency, drug abuse. They have the highest suicide rate attempts. So some statistical data that I don't feel like the general public is even aware of. But that aside, this is a group that, you know, we are still one of the few forums that are made for and by them. Though they are one of the largest populations in the United States, for some reason, media is not speaking directly to them yet. Definitely not mainstream media.
Hey, it says using the ruler third, so her face has to be on the side. Here, hold it. Like this, look. Like that, or like that.
I think it's great for organizations like Latinitas to exist because there's so many kids out there that don't have access to the type of skills that they're going to need to be successful in the future, whether it be typing, whether it be internet searches, whether it be creating a resume or portfolio. There's a huge gap, a technology gap with minorities in this community. So our aim is to really fill that gap as best as possible. I think there will always be a need for an organization like this. The self-publication component to the organization is really great too, because you're giving girls an opportunity to speak their voice, express themselves, and then have something to show in the form of a portfolio when it's time to apply for college or for jobs or other high school organizations they might be participating in, like newspaper staff or yearbook staff.
So these after-school clubs where essentially content is generated, whether it's, you know, we're trying to find out what girls are thinking about, what they're interested in, what is stressing them out, what is exciting them. They are the place where girls are learning to make media themselves, not only magazine publishing for Latinitas magazine, but also how to, you know, produce videos, how to make their own radio show. And so we wanted to have examples and role models for them. So we began to hire Hispanic and other women who would lead these clubs. And a lot of them came from different disciplines. They were college students, so they weren't necessarily journalism majors or radio, TV, and film majors, but some of them were studying Latin American studies. Some of them were, you know, were interested in education. And so all these talents and interests and passion were united in this job as a club leader.
If I wasn't in Latinitas, I would have learned about how technology is very important, how we're like doing typing things and going on the camera and everything. Well, I think it's very thankful for Miss Sora for us to be in Latinitas.
I think it's important that for school districts to realize, to see that, you know, there are kids that need a little bit extra from the school. And I think it's even more so important when there are clubs like Latinitas that come in and actually try to teach about media, you know, things like photography and videography, you know, web design, and even just basic things like self-expression. It really helps them to take that home and kind of let it grow with them. I think otherwise they would find a hard time to learn those things. Even in school, you only have a limited amount of time for math, for science, for computers, and whatnot. So having this after-school program, I think it really it opens their eyes to newer things and shows them that they are more capable than whatever they just learned in school.
Modern Families. They have what's her name? Sophia.
Oh, the wife.
The wife. I forgot her name.
The pretty one that was
Describe her character.
The Colombia Vergara?
No.
There you go. Sophia.
Describe her character.
She is she has a son, and she's
with this old
Wizard's
man.
a Waverly. She's a gold digger.
What's her physical appearance?
She's really
Yeah,
pretty.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
The mom.
Filipino.
is my
Desperate Housewives of Longoria.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what you're talking about.
So okay, so either A, there's like 1 or 2 people we can think of.
Yeah.
2.
If you want to go into some novelas, I mean.
All the characters.
I'll put unpopular American television and movies.
What about Indian?
They don't exist. So when you're growing up, who do you...
It's my own little place where I can talk to people who relate to what I'm going through, and everyone is really positive. There is no, it's just everyone's friends. There's no bringing down on you because you're a certain way. And at the same time, you're exposed to all kinds of different people. Although you're all of the same gender, you're all the same background or race, but it exposes you to different people. So it's like an eye-opener. So it's taught me to, when I go out in the world, be more accepting of people, just to be a better person in general, because I don't want to end up like what statistics say. I'm going to be like, I'm 17, so by now I should have been pregnant, I should have had a kid, or I should have dropped out. I wouldn't be in like top 10% or anything like that. So it's basically showed me that I have to push through that, and I have to do better for myself.
The true value of those young women that run our clubs is that they're setting an amazing example for these girls. They are like these girls. They come from maybe the same backgrounds as the girls in the club. They maybe are the first in their family to be attending college. So it's a really wonderful dynamic, and it's an incredible staff of young women that really want to kind of like look back to the girls younger than them and do something for them and continue this legacy of support.